I would love to hear y'all's opinions on the possibility of Jordan Love becoming the highest paid quarterback of all time, especially since we just saw Trevor
I
Lawrence
love it.
become the highest paid quarterback of all time.
Honestly, I absolutely love it. I hope that the Packers pay Jordan Love as much as Jordan. I want Jordan Love to hold out and wait for $60 million a year, because I think that Jordan Love would do a service to Green Bay with $60 million a year, because he is that good. He will help everybody around him so much for $60 million a year.
Can we be serious now?
I am being serious. I want him to be. I want him to have $60 million a year.
All right. Be for real. Give.
Okay. All right. You want to be for real? Honestly, I think Goody's actually doing a smart thing right now, because if he really wants like $56 million a year, I think that's clown stuff, to be honest with you. I don't, and it's not me saying that he's a bad quarterback. I don't think that whatsoever. Please understand that, MJ, and everybody else that's Packer fans or whomever that wants to have a conversation about this. Here's the thing. He had a shitty first half of the season last year. I was bored while I was taking a shit earlier in the week, and I decided to do a deep dive. And when I say deep dive, it was about maybe 15 minutes of me scrolling through stats and stuff like that, and advanced stats and whatever. His first half of the season last year was not very good. However, he blew up. Like I'm not taking away what he did. I actually think that I think he's a stud. Green Bay did it again. That's basically what I'm thinking. However, just think it's at a terrible time for ownership, and I think terrible time for potential fans. And I'm not, and this is so you have to, I'm thinking about this from a bigger perspective. I'm not thinking about this from a Chicago Bear fan perspective. I'm thinking about this as just an outsider perspective. He did great when it mattered right now, because he's like, listen, like this is what I did. I put up fucking numbers that are great. I threw 4,200 yards every day. I can't remember the exact amount. So, absurd amount of touchdown passes. It was a 37 interceptions or whatever. I don't even remember. But absolutely ridiculous numbers.
Yeah,
11. That's it. I thought 7-11. That's I forgot. So I picked the wrong number. But here's the issue though, and I talk shit to you, MJ, and like messing around with like Packer fans. Shout out to Jeff Tapney 704-464-4544. Daniel Jones had one great year for the Giants and a playoff win again, away game at the Vikings.
But you better be careful on this road, Bruce.
Hey, no, that's cool. But no, like Jordan Love put up way better numbers, though. You're right. I'm not, whatever. But here's the issue, though. He put up numbers when he needed to, and guess what he got from it? An extension or a contract that's hamstringing them. So this could be a situation. And I'm not saying it is, but it could be a situation where too early, too soon, and Goody's playing it smart, in my opinion, because he's like he's negotiate shit out of this. Because if you pay him too much, you have the youngest roster in the NFL. Okay, you're also in the top 10, top 5 of most talented younger rosters in the NFL. You know what that means? You have to pay them. You have to keep those guys on your roster, because Green Bay does a very good job of drafting and developing. All right, you do. So if you put so much money into your quarterback, now with one great year, we've seen it with Nick Foles, we've seen it with Daniel Jones, we've seen it with the other quarterbacks in the past, we've seen it with the former Green Bay Packer in what's his name? He got that big contract with the Seahawks.
Matt Flynn.
We've seen it. We've seen this story before, and I'm not saying it's happening to Jordan Love, but you have a young roster, a very talented roster. Let's see what happens. All right, let's see what happens, young man. So I think Goody's doing the right thing by sitting back, waiting, negotiating, and making see if he calms down. Like the market is there, but you're not paying him the most of all time quarterbacks. Like that's where we're at right now. That's what I've been reading about. I'm sorry, like that's not. Yeah.
So let's
please do it though. Please do it.
Let's come down to planet Earth right now.
That was planet Earth. You're welcome.
Okay.
Relax there, Green Bay Packer fan.
Let's come down even further.
Come down.
Jordan Love should be paid like a top 10 quarterback because that's what he is. Okay. He should not be paid the most of all time because he is not as good as Patrick Mahomes yet. He is not the best quarterback in the NFL, so I don't believe he should be paid as the best quarterback in the NFL. I think that's just some basic logic that we need to establish here, right? He's not the best quarterback in the NFL. It depending on what chunks of last year you take. If you take the whole season, top 10. If you take the last 8 games, top 3. You can pick your marbles. You can pick whatever numbers you want to make your argument. If you look at the whole season, the good and the bad, top 10, right? So I think top 10 money would be fair, right?
Agree. I agree. I agree with that.
To your point, Bruce, the Packers do have a very young roster. And part of that is going to be they have 4 really good young wide receivers. We don't know who's going to end up sticking around, who's going to end up emerging as kind of the top dog out of that yet. Because there's been a lot of Christian Watson was out for half of the season last year. A lot of the advanced numbers say when Christian Watson is healthy, he's their number 2. It's him and Romeo Doubs. And then you've got guys like Jaden Reed and Dontavian Wicks that Packers fans and Packers coaches love. So at some point in time, the Packers are going to have to let, and they've done this for decades, they will let some of this young talent walk without even giving it a second thought. The Packers have gotten a lot of comp picks in their time. A lot of the Packers' best players ever were comp picks from other stars leaving. Randall Cobb and Jordy Nelson were both comp picks, and they fueled a lot of the Packers' success.
What's the previous? So, who are some of the? Just out of curiosity, and I'm genuinely asking, who are some of the people that they let walk?
So, for example, they let Micah Hyde walk in 2016. Okay. He went and signed for the Bills, was an All-Pro for multiple years.
No, I know who it is.
Yeah, so that was one that Packers fans really hated. That was kind of an all-in. Even Jordy Nelson, James Jones, Randall Cobb.
Jordy Nelson. I think didn't Donald Driver walk and then came back, or was he strictly with the Packers?
No, James Jones was the one that left, went to Oakland, and came back. Donald Driver was there his whole career. Jordy Nelson, they also let go before Aaron Rodgers.
What about Jennings?
Wanted.
That's what I was about to say. Greg Jennings.
Greg Jennings, yes, went to Minnesota.
So
the Packers do this. The Packers they just invest their resources differently than other teams do. It's like the guy in your fantasy football league that just drafts like he's playing Moneyball. He drafts like he's Billy Bean, right? What the Packers do is never going to be traditional. It's never going to make sense. And the thing is, if you're paying attention to what everybody who's actually in the building in Green Bay is saying, everybody who's at training camp, it's not that Jordan Love is not there. He's just simply not putting on pads and throwing a football.
Nobody is yet.
He's in. No, that's incorrect.
Yeah, no, it's not incorrect. No one's putting on pads. The Bears and Texans are technically the earliest teams that can put on pads.
I didn't mean that literally. I meant practicing. Okay, practicing. Yes, fair. Helmet. So Jordan Love is in every meeting. He's standing on the field in the pouring rain while his team is practicing, while he's holding out. Everybody I've talked to in Green Bay says the deal will get done in time. He'll practice. He'll be ready to go for the season. Really, it's coming down to the structure of the deal and the guaranteed money.
Guaranteed money.
There's not a hold up on the dollar amount. They have the dollar amount settled. I don't know what it is, but they have the dollar amount settled. It's just what is guaranteed and what's not guaranteed. How does he get that money? How does he make that money? The incentives and everything. So it's really just a super finite chess match at this point. The Packers know Jordan Love is in a really good spot. He's been working out all summer with all 4 of his stud young wide receivers, and he doesn't need to be what you can glaze Caleb Williams. I'm going to glaze my guy that's actually touched the field. I'm not worried whatsoever.
Wait, hon, you're glazing a guy that hasn't touched the field. You're saying
No,
in a professional football game. Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm glazing the guy that's actually on the field getting the chemistry with his receivers that are veterans that are also
I would hope he was because he's never played with them before.
That are also arguably the best wide receiver core in the NFL.
There's not a single pass catcher on the Packers field that was not there last year. So your argument of chemistry doesn't.
The Chicago Bears have the best wide receiver core in the NFL.
That's incorrect.
Who has better one?
Couldn't tell you, but it's not the Bears. Couldn't tell you, but it's not the Bears.
But you would love to have that wide receiver core.
I like DJ Moore.
Dude, Keenan Allen.
I'm just curious what version of Keenan Allen we get.
Hey,
a lot of injury concerns. He's been on and off.
I'm gonna take.
If you get prime,
I'm gonna get those. I'm gonna take those 12. Hey, last year he was like what top five in yards, top 5 receptions.
Oh
no!
I don't know about that.
Hardcore over, dude. Hardcore over.
Keenan Allen was not top 5 in yards. I don't think he's top 5 in anything.
No. He was.
Nope.
He was a beast last year.
You sure about that? He's not top 20 in receptions, sir.
I think he had 1,300. I don't know. He had 1,300 yards receiving, I believe. I mean, I'm just throwing that number out.
Nope.
He wasn't like. That's why they decided to trade him. He wasn't super productive like he usually is. That's why they traded him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's also 32 years old.
Right. Yeah. So now we're making excuses. What?
That's not an excuse. I'll take him over any of the receivers on the Packers right now. Are you kidding me?
Over any of them?
Not Dobbs. Okay, yeah. Okay, so here. He had 108 receptions, 1,200 yards receiving, averaged 11.5 yards a catch.
Okay.
7 touchdowns. Done. I'll take that.
I mean, yeah I'm not saying I wouldn't take it, but I'm saying he's on the line.
That's a decline. That was his 3rd highest receiving yards per game. That was his highest output for receptions. And
I'm saying he's played 10 years in the NFL.
I know. I don't disagree with that. I really don't.
That's why I'm saying DJ Moore, great.
But I'll take that, dude. Okay, Roma Dunze,
let me finish my sentence. On everything that's good and right in this world. Let me talk.
Never!
Let me talk, man. Yes, Roma Dunze is good and he's young, but he's also unproven. I'm sure he's going to be really good, but we've got to see it first. So DJ Moore is the only receiver in that room that I would put like my 100% stamp of confidence on.
Well, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. So if you're going to say best core in the NFL, they've got a lot of potential, but I would be hesitant to say best receiving core in the NFL.
Top
like
3.
The Dolphins who have Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle that are both better than any receiver on the Bears.
No, you do the 3. You don't just do the 2. You do top 3. You do 3 receivers.
But he's saying he doesn't have to do the 3 with Jalen Waddle.
Shut up, Connor.
Thank you, Connor.
Oh, I'm saying.
I agree.
I mean, I would take the 49ers group of pass catchers.
Oh, 100%. Me too.
Over the Bears.
I would too. No, I would too. I agree with that. I would actually venture to say I would take the Vikings. Well, maybe not anymore because he might not even be on a team next year.
Yeah, I was gonna say just Jay Jettis. I mean, Jay Jettis is great, but just him. I'd probably take the Texans.
No,
I don't hate that.
No. Well,
Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, and Tank Dell. Really? You're not gonna take that?
Seattle. I like Seattle.
Seattle 3 years ago, maybe.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that.
I honestly, I would say the Texans have the best receiving core in the NFL.
I'm not angry about that. Really not.
Because also Dalton Schultz at tight end, still very good.
Cole Kmet, dog.
Oh, don't even get me started on Cole Kmet. Let's not do that again.
I know, I love that. Hey, you know what though? What's his face already put? Wait, hold on. Group. What's his face? Fucking Nate already like talked. Oh, wow. Dude, best receiver group at NFL came up one. Chicago Bears.
Whose dumb self said that?
Number 2 was the Texans. Number 3, Rams. 4, Vikings. I'm sure that's with what you call it. 5, Seahawks. 6, Dolphins. And everybody else is honorable mentions.
Bruce,
I will
is
say-
who is the best or who could be the best?
Bruce,
No,
let me
current.
say
Best receiver groups in the NFL.
So you're
Let me
going
say
to
one
take
thing
a
real quick.
receiving core that has somebody on it that's never touched the NFL field
Who?
over 3 receivers that have?
I can't hear you.
yeah, that's the point. Trying to get in. Shut up.
He wants me to shush.
I'm trying to say something nice about the Chicago Bears. All of you shut your mouth.
They ain't
Dear
no
goodness. Nobody lets me talk around here anymore.
Yeah,
What, Bruce? You
deserve-
don't want me to say it? Okay.
I don't give a shit. You don't have to say it. I'll say it. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't know what you're going to say.
I was going to say something nice. I've watched, and I understand their practice clips, and we always get practice clips that are good and bad, and people freak out and all of that. But I've watched some actual practice clips of Caleb Williams throwing the football. And again, I understand it's practice, and they can't hit him, but like that's some wizardry stuff right there. And if
It looks so much better.
He can do that on a real NFL. I mean, that's a better practice clip than any Bears quarterback has ever put out. So like already he wins. He already wins. Like I don't care who you've been. You tweeted out their quarterback competition used to be Mitchell Trubisky versus Big Dick Nick. That was their quarterback competition. And now we've got Heisman winning Caleb Williams. We've got Heisman winning Caleb Williams, who actually has talent. What a concept.
Don't hit. What about Asian? We gotta talk about Tyson.
Yeah, super agent right in the dump.
Super agent man.
Yikes. Absolutely.
But no,
yikes.
but like honestly, like at the end of the day, I am just looking forward to hopefully being able to talk some kind of shit because it's been so long.
Me
I think
too.
the last I think it's been like I think the Bears record against the Packers past like the Bears haven't beaten them. They haven't beaten the Packers since 2018.
Yeah.
2018. Connor,
So,
can you
Bruce,
imagine not beating the Falcons since 2018?
Bruce,
no,
let me give you
couldn't. That's terrible.
Let me give you some context. I have graduated college, gotten married, moved across the country twice, and gotten promoted 4 times and started a sports media company since the last time the Bears beat the Packers.
I have started a sports media company since
you've gotten married.
I've gotten married. I've had a daughter. I have let's see what else. Unfortunately, mom passed away. Let's see what else. I've changed.
Did you have this house in 2018?
Yes, I did.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. I've changed jobs. Yep. I haven't coached basketball or football since then. What else? I've gotten 3 new cars since
yes.
Yeah.
So gas has doubled in price. Sliced bread was invented.
Sliced bread.
Betty White was born.
Betty White passed.
Yes.
She lived her whole life since the Bears last beat the Packers. No, but honestly, Bruce, I know you know that I mean this. I've said this multiple times before. I really do hope that there is an actual rivalry again, not just because I want it to be interesting, but I also grew up in Chicago.
Dude, we need it. It's fun. It makes it more entertaining.
Especially for this show, I want to be able to scream at you with actual reasoning before a Packers-Bears week and have it matter.
I want it like honestly.
Like I want
that first game. I want that first game. Like I don't think the Bears are gonna win that first game. I want them to, but like I don't think it's gonna happen. But man, dude, how great would it be? Even Aaron Rodgers said it's gonna be close games now between the Bears and Packers. And can you imagine if the Bears beat the Packers in like the following week, like us having our show? How angry! Like I can't. I would love it. I would love it.
Well, and it all depend. Like if you just smoke us, I'll just have to sit here and give you some hand up accountability and take it. If it's if it's a close game, then I can be pissed at somebody. Like that's what I want. Instead of we come on after week one last year, and you just have to sit there with your bald head between your legs and just be sad.
It's so true. I was so angry. I was like, they're not good. I even said it. I was like, Justin Fields sucks. He's not good.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just, I need that in my veins. Like that's what I grew up on. It was good when I was young. I need that in an IV.
Just get it. Just give me it.
Give it to me.
All right, we got Connor. What's the next one, Connor? Wow, this is the longest Davis in history.
No, I think that was
it. That
was Chaos Central. But yeah, this is what I'm feeling.
And then you're right, MJ. And I'm gonna bust this bad boy out and be like,
That's in the veins right there.
I still
really
I am